I miss the old Kanye. Shape on the gold Kanye.
Alright guys, okay, I'm back and I'm black and I'm better than ever, hot like the weather, and you already know we stay keeping it together, okay? Boom. So, Kanye West dropped his album finally. So it didn't drop when it was supposed to drop, and honestly when it hit 12 o'clock I was bumping 808 Heartbreaks all up until like around 1 o'clock.
Cause I just heard some real bad news. People are talking.
And I found the album that it dropped, and first thing I did, we started playing it. And it was honestly fit the expectation. Okay, now look, before I get into that, I do want to talk about a couple of things. First of all, the album is less than 30 minutes long. Only 27 minutes on an 11-song track album. I was expecting a little bit more time. And then we got the first song, which is Every Hour, which is the intro, and I didn't really like the intro, to be honest. It didn't fit the theme of the album. Yeah, it's a gospel album and whatnot, but however, all the other songs, it didn't seem like it lived up to the intro of the album. And then you have the intro and the outro, which weren't really songs. So it says it's an 11-track album. So really, they're dragging down, it's an 8-track album. Yet, still, it's a bigger album than Kids See Ghosts, and still, this album did way up, okay? Because right after the intro, you had the song Sila, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, and that song went completely hard, okay? I'm giving that song a 9 out of 10 right off the bat, because I wish I could play it because I don't want to get no copyright things, but yeah, that song, without a doubt, was great. It was a great intro. I prefer that being the intro than the actual intro that they had, okay? Great intro. I loved it. And then you follow up with Follow God, which is great. Another 9 out of 10. Then you got Closed on Sunday. Now, Closed on Sunday, when I saw that the name of the song was going to be Closed on Sunday, I automatically said, yo, if you're going to have a song called Closed on Sunday, you need to have at least one Chick-fil-A reference in the song. And he did not fail me. He did not fail me at all when it came to Closed on Sunday. I give Closed on Sunday a 10 out of 10. I mean, it was great. It was well written. I love the beats on Closed on Sunday. This album, I know I'm talking really fast. I'm just so excited. I've been listening to the album over and over again, trying to come up with my top 5 songs. And you know, I'm gonna give you my top 5 songs. My top 5 songs was Selah, Closed on Sunday, Hands On, Use This Gospel, and God Is, okay? And God Is. Now, let me see 1 second. Oh. So right after Closed on Sunday, you had On God. Now, On God took me a couple listens to get into it, and then I eventually did, and I eventually do like On God, so I will say that was a great song as well. But right after On God, you have Everything We Know, Everything We Need. Now, Everything We Need, if you was truly trying to follow up and keep up with it, you knew that on YouTube, it released as The Storm on a leaked version, and we thought that was going to be on Yandi, and it was featuring XXXTentacion. Now, on this version, they took out XXXTentacion, and they changed it up a little bit, and I'm still debating whether I like the XXXTentacion version or this version better. I will say, however, that this version fits the album much better than the version with XXXTentacion. So I guess if we're looking at an album perspective, this version is much better. And then also, you know, the highly anticipated song New Body with Nicki Minaj is not on this album, and it makes sense. It wouldn't have fit this album. I still wish that he would release it, you know, the better version. I still wish he would release Slave Name. And I am very surprised that We Got Love did not go on this album. I mean, that song would have fitted. I mean, he could have tweaked it up a little bit, fixed up the vocals, fixed up his verses, because you could tell that it was a leaked version, it wasn't completed, and he was just filling in with the mumbles that he was putting on We Got Love with Tiana Taylor. But that song should have made the cut. We Got Love should have definitely made the cut on this album, and it would have really boosted up this album, and it would have pushed it over the 30-minute that I was hoping for. But hey, we're here, and I am not upset about this album at all, though, because then you go on to Water, God Is, Hands On. Okay. What are you Hands on. What have you been hearing from the Christian? They'll be the first one to judge you. He repeated that numerous times, and I felt like that was a verse that was definitely needed in this album because one, okay, this is a gospel track. It's no doubt about it. This is a gospel album from start to finish. The whole album, every single song is a God reference. Every single song he's talking about how he's praising God. Every single song is talking about hallelujah. There's no profanity on the whole album. At least I haven't heard it yet. I listened to this album numerous times. There's no verses about any drugs. No verses about money. There's no verses about any type of sex. No verses about anything. And this is a very clean album. A very clean album. No profanity album. And a very praiseful album. Honestly, some of the tracks on here, he talked about his life. He talked about what it means about this album and what the feedback that he was getting. He talked about the culture. He talked about a lot of things, and 99% of this whole album just talked about, you know, his love for Christ. And you know, you can't. It's undebatable. You can't listen to the song and say that, you know, there's still people say it was ungodly coming from him and kill the messenger and all this type of stuff. But I feel like this album accomplished something that is definitely needed in this time. You're speaking to millennials, you're speaking to Generation Z, and think about it. We need someone who's in the mainstream, someone who is popular, and someone who speaks to a lot of the younger generation with a gospel album. This should be the new normal, I actually believe, because you have an artist out here, very controversial artist, in fact, and you have a new artist, a very hip artist that a lot of people in the younger generation listen to, and he's coming out with a gospel album speaking about religion on numerous tracks. And there's no people want to put this hidden this hidden that, there's a cult this cult that. How? There's no cut anything. This is a straight gospel album with gospel tracks on every single one. The titles, the references, the name, the lyrics. I'm listening. I listened to this album numerous times and I didn't hear nothing negative, nothing bad. This is a very positive album, very positive, very spiritual album, and I give it an applaud. There's a lot of artists who tried to make a gospel album, I'm not going to say no names, and they didn't hit it by the nail. But this album did not fail to impress at all. Another thing about this album is we all know that every single one of Kanye West's album is completely different from the last one, from the previous one. So this album is completely different from all of the albums. I tried to compare it to some of his albums, and you can't do it. You can't compare one album to another because they are so different, they are so unique. And this album did not fail to impress in that category either. This being his first gospel album, I mean, when he said he was coming out with a new gospel album, I was thinking, okay, the closest thing I could think of was Ultralight Beam type vibes, and it's completely different from that one. The Ultralight Beam even has some profanity in it, and people were still rocking with that one. This one has zero that I have heard so far. I mean, I might be missing one, and if I am missing one, that just shows you how slim to none they are to begin with, right? So, you know, I give it a hand clap because it is a great gospel album. I'm loving the song. Closed on Sunday is such a good song. Song number 2, Sailor, I hope I'm saying it right. It's such a great song. Hands On, where he said, you know, the verse in the Hands On was such a great song. Pusha T jumping in. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I was so happy to hear Pusha T on this album because he did his thing. Pusha T did his thing on TLOP, The Life of Pablo, and he did his thing on this album as well. I was actually hoping to get a chance to rapper type vibes on this album. And you know, I was disappointed that I didn't hear him at all on this. I saw that he kept Ty Dolla $ign on Everything We Need, which was supposed to be, you know, the Storm remake or whatever, and that was great there. That was great too. So like I said, this album is a great album. People are gonna hate it, people are gonna love it, but it's the controversy that's gonna really build up this album. And at the end of the day, people cannot lie that this is a great album. This is a great 11-track album. He really did his thing, and I'm gonna try to play some songs on here because, you know, with copyright law, I ain't trying to get no ban or nothing like that, but. Use this gospel, the intro to Use This Gospel. I mean, once you hit 30 seconds, you already vibing to it. You already head bobbing to it. That's how you know it's good. He didn't even say the lyrics yet, and your head is already bobbing to Use This Gospel. Come on. And then you got Hands On. Okay, so look. I'm gonna cut this video real quick. I might make another one where I go more into depth on how I feel about this album, but I just wanted to put something out there real fast. But I want you to let me know, do you think Kanye is the right person to come up with a gospel album and make such a gospel album, especially being how controversial he is, especially being the type of person he is? Or maybe that is exactly why he should make a gospel album. If he could make a gospel album and hit it this greatly and come up with these lyrics and come up with 100% clean, beautiful gospel album, then more people should be thinking about doing something like this. This will surely pave the way. I promise you, this is gonna pave the way. Now, it's a lot of controversy saying, should this album be on should this be on the hip hop charts, or should this be on the gospel album charts? And I'm not gonna lie to you, it should be on the gospel album charts. It's a gospel album. The title, the lyrics, the names. So we're gonna say kill the messenger, or is it the message that's important? Okay, the messenger or the message. We need to be able to differentiate the two. Okay, a lot of reasons people don't like Kanye, has nothing to do with his music, and we need to be able to differentiate the two. His music, great. Him, if you don't like him as a person, I mean, I like him. He's cool with me, but I'm speaking to the people who don't. We need to be able to differentiate the music from the artist, the message from the messenger, okay? And this album is a gospel album, whether you want to admit it or whether you don't, okay? So should it be on the gospel album tracks? It should. Will it be on the gospel album tracks? I doubt it. But then you have, what's his name? Lil Nas. He got his album, well, it was taken off, so I guess it doesn't really count there. But you get what I'm saying. So write in the comment section below, should this be on the gospel album charts, or should it be on the hip hop album charts? Now, let's also remember, it has rapping in it. It should be on the rap, hip hop. There's gospel rap too, so you can't use that argument for why this shouldn't be on the gospel album charts. Just because there's rap in it. This gospel rap. And there's not even that much rap in this album. This dude was singing off of auto-tune in some of the verses, and I'm like, yo, it's going crazy. It was going crazy, okay? So look, I'm gonna keep up with this. I'm gonna keep watching. I might do another video where I follow up on this stuff. Excuse that. I might do another video where I follow up on this stuff. Tell me what you think. Tell me what song was your favorite. I already told you my top 5 songs. I'm gonna repeat it one more time and let me know if you agree with it. And what do you think about the intro? Like I said, I wasn't really feeling the intro, but hey. So my top songs is Sailor, God Is, Hands On, Use This Gospel, and Closed on Sunday. Closed on Sunday, yo. And I think Closed on Sunday, Closed on Sunday, Use This Gospel, and Hands On will probably be my top 3. I'm really feeling Closed on Sunday. I'm really feeling Closed on Sunday. But anyway, let me cut it right here. I know I've been mumbling on, and I'm just so happy about this album. I'm so happy it released. It's gonna be a real hot winter. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a real hot fall. Okay, we needed this, and he came in the right time because it's time to blaze up these streets. All right, so keep it breezy, keep it nerdy, and stay tuned, and we're gonna keep it just like that.